Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Winding Road Podcast. Woo, baby, yeah, baby, yeah. I actually stopped on the Winding Road today. Got my door open. Ace is out there running around. We're at the lake, just nobody's around, so just out there letting him do a little bit of running around. He's been bringing me a stick, and so if you've seen me go like that, that means I'm throwing for Ace. Check him out on Ace Adventures on the old YouTube as well. If you see me going like that, I'm just looking to try to see where he's at. My eyes are darting around. Would be no different than we're driving on the winding road. Oh, there's a dog. Oh, hey, that's my dog. Oh, hey, I'm parked. But yeah, man, the weather's getting a lot nicer. That is welcome. That is welcome for sure. Like we talk about, we try to embrace all the seasons. Last podcast talked about sledding and going down and going over some ramps that some kids had built and get hit in the bottom and laughing like a little kid again. Man, that was so much fun. And then also being like, oh, okay, good. I didn't hurt myself. Good deal. But yeah, I'm happy that the weather's warming up. And so, they can go out. I don't have to put on 4 or 5 different layers. And it's about, 50 degrees out here now. Just kind of chilling at the lake. And still froze, though. For the most part, it's still froze. I don't think I could go down there and walk on it. That's for sure. Because it's kind of around the edges. It's it's not froze around the edges, only out in the middle. So definitely not, you couldn't go out there and walk on it. I don't even think that, I think they got to say that when I was reading, it has to be below, like, I think it's even below, way below 32. I think it was even below, like, here comes Ace with a stick, a big old stick for us. Look at this thing he's brought in for us. Holy cow, Ace. Oh my, and he just steals it back from me. I can't even throw with him. Hand's going to get all nasty, that's for sure. But yeah, I think it said, well below 32 for like 2 weeks straight or something before you can actually supposedly safely go out and walk on the ice. Or in my case, I really don't want to go skate on the ice, but just don't live in a place where that's going to happen, where it stays cold for that long. So, wouldn't want to risk it or chance it even on like a smaller pond or something like that. I just, not gonna do it. Not gonna risk it. I'll just go to the ice rink if I want to skate, which sadly there's not one real close nearby. I used to live somewhere where there was like 4 or 5 different ice rinks within 20 minutes, and there was like one within 5 minutes of my house, and I always wanted to learn how to ice skate as a kid. There was one kind of close growing up, so we got to go there, 2 or 3 times. I think I had one of my birthday parties there. Had a fantastic time, did a pretty decent job skating, but then being a hockey fan, Blues fan, let's go Blue. Watching hockey all the years, just going in person, it just absolutely amazed me how them guys could do what they did on those skates, or watching the Olympics and the figure skaters and that kind of stuff. But more for me, it was just watching sports and watching hockey and watching them guys, like, how can they do that and go around and get hit and then stay on their feet and then shoot a puck and then try to get the puck, skate with the puck, pass the puck. So I was like, man, that's just blows my mind. And so I was like, I want to try to figure this out. So whenever I was living close to the skating rink, I bought myself a nice pair of Bowers, which is nice hockey skates that most of the NHL players use to skate with. Ow, Ace bit my hand. See, he's got it whittled down now. That's what he does. I'll throw it for him, and he'll chew on it for a while, and then he'll whittle it down. And good, because I can throw this farther, hopefully. But yeah, so I bought myself a nice pair of Bowers. Like, I'm going to teach myself how to skate. So I would go, not as much as I wanted to or should have, but it was probably about once a month. For a while there, it was about once a week. I was really getting it going and starting to try to figure it out, just like it was something I always wanted to learn how to do. I was like, what, I'm going to do this. I don't need anybody to go with me. A lot of times you think, we don't do stuff because we don't have anybody to do it with. I've got through that. I always talk about the thin layer. Bust through that. I busted through that thin layer. Am I going to probably go to the movies or do something like that by myself? No, probably not. Am I going to go to church by myself? I probably, should just do it, I still don't do that a lot, but I do encourage you to, and encourage myself to do that, to not be afraid to go do stuff by ourselves. In this case, I did. I was able to be like, you know what? All right, cool. I don't need nobody to go with me. I'm going to teach myself how to do, especially if you're teaching yourself how to do something, then, it's like, all right, sometimes it's best not to have anybody. You just got to go, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go learn this for myself. I don't need anybody's help. Maybe you can hire a teacher or something like that. But in my case, I was like, you know what? Nope, I'm going to watch. I don't have the money to do that. So I'm going to watch some YouTube videos. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to learn how to skate. I'm going to get myself to the point where I can at least do like a shoot around, where I can take, they call it, what do they call it? Stick and puck or something like that, where you just basically, at these ice rinks, the stick and puck is where, you just go out and you just shoot around at the empty net, no pads or anything like that. Well, I didn't quite get there. I probably could have done that. Then I moved away from the ice rink, so I wasn't able to keep up with my training, but I taught myself how to back skate and how to do all that, how to do the hockey stop. And it was an absolute freaking blast, man. And it's just one of those deals where you feel good about it because, like I said, you didn't need nobody else to go with you, nobody else to tell you how to do anything. You're just like, get something in your head and you're like, all right, I want to learn how to do that. And then you just go do it and you teach yourself how to do it. And there's something about teaching yourself, how to do something. Obviously, I'm watching other people on the internet do it, so I'm learning from them, but it wasn't like I had any in-person training, and there's just something good about that feeling. And another thing, really, I think the whole reason I'm kind of telling you this story is you can't be afraid of what other people think about you, because I'll tell you exactly what I did. Because I was big into bicycling at that time, I brought my bicycle helmet. Yeah, betcha. I bought my elbow pads, my knee pads, all my bicycle stuff. And I went to those open skates with all that on and said, I'm going to teach myself how to do this. I don't give a shit. Who cares? Who's looking at me? Oh, what am I not going to wear a bicycle helmet and then go out there and teach myself how to back skate and then, potentially fall down and hit my head on the ice, maybe get a concussion, or maybe even worse, bind and rebuke, God forbid? Like, am I just going to be willing to risk that because I'm worried about what somebody might think about me? I might think I look stupid in a bicycle helmet. Is that a good reason to just say, screw being safe because you're worried about what other people think? No, it's not. It's not a good reason. And we just can't. It's just, I'm guilty. I'm guilty just like everybody else of worrying about what other people might think about me, for sure. Absolutely. Getting on this thing and getting over the fear of putting my jumbled thoughts at times out there, stream of consciousness thoughts. Like, I know I'm pretty damn smart, but I also know I can ramble on and be pretty stupid and maybe not make sense to anybody sometimes. But I think I'm making sense to hopefully at least 1-2 people. Like, that's, like, I just feel like I'm supposed to do it. So that's what I do. And I just go do it. And I say, you know what? I don't care. I don't care if somebody looks at me and says, oh, cool, man. Oh, cool. He did a podcast with this rally cap on. Why would he do that? Why would he do? Oh, man, he's an idiot. He's an idiot. He just talked for the rest. I'm probably not going to do that, but he just talked for the rest of his podcast with a rally cap on. Like, man, there's something wrong with this guy. Yeah, probably. Guess what, guys? There's something wrong with everybody, because none of us are perfect. We're all a little bit crazy and silly and stupid in our own ways. But we're afraid to be ourselves. We're afraid to be ourselves, and that is a huge, huge problem with society and with the world. Like, people are starting to do it now and do it on the internet and post stuff and live their life and be silly and not worry about it. And that's good. That's really good. We should do that. We should do that more often. And for me, with the ice skating, it's like, no, I wanted to learn how to do something. I'm going to do it safe so I don't hurt myself. So I didn't worry about what anybody else thought. And here's a key thing. If you take nothing from anything, let me put my hat back on so you can take me serious now. I'm really serious now. This is going to be a good point. The way I think about it is, if I'm out there skating around and people see me in a bicycle helmet, sure, they may go tell their friends, oh my God, look, or they may like, look at this guy out here doing that. But are they going to be thinking about you doing something that may be silly, or they might judge you for, or are they going to be thinking about that whenever they lay their head on their pillow at night? I highly, highly doubt it. Are they going to be thinking about that whenever they lay their head on their pillow at night? They're going to be thinking, God, dude, that guy was stupid. No, they're not. I highly, highly doubt it. People are too caught up in their own lives to really actually give a shit. I think it's just a self-centered and the selfish things within ourselves that think that everybody else is going to give a shit about what we're doing and about how we're doing it. Sure, it happens, but I think it happens a lot less than you would think, because people are more concerned with what the hell they're doing than with what you're doing. So just be your damn selves, guys. Be yourselves. And don't be afraid to be stupid. Don't be afraid to say stuff that might be out of the ordinary that not everybody else is saying. I refuse to just run along with the crowd and to go with the old adage, if everybody goes and jumps off the cliff, you're going to go too? Yeah, I'm going to go, but guess what? I'm going to paraglide off that motherfucking cliff, guys. No, I'm not going to go. Or I might, like I said, I might go jumping, I might paraglide off of it. But no, I'm not going to do what everybody else is doing just because it's the popular thing to do, or just because everybody else is doing it. Just because everybody else is doing it doesn't make it the right thing to do. It does not. There's a whole lot of different ways to take that, and not everything's going to fit into a little box perfectly, and you can't just make a sum-all statement on everything. Of course, it's good to do what everybody else is doing sometimes. Of course, it's good to do certain things that are normal, that are perceived as normal, that a lot of other people do. I'm human. I do those things. But I think for myself. I think for myself before I do them. I think, just because everybody else is doing them, am I going to do it just because everybody else is doing it? No. I'm going to think, well, is this something I should be doing? And I'm not going to give a damn just because some other people are doing it. Just maybe my friends doing it. I'm like, oh man, come on, you got to do this, man. It's fun. Or you got to do this, man. How come you're not doing this? Well, I don't know. I'm not going to do it just because you're telling me to do it. I'm going to do it if I think it's a good idea to do it. And just be yourselves, guys. Be yourselves. And let that creativity that's in you, however it manifests itself, let that come out. Let your art be shown, whatever the art form is that you choose to perform in. Art can be a whole lot of different things. Let that come out. However it looks like for you, what brings you joy and brings you happiness, let that come out, guys. And let it inspire others. Let it inspire others. Maybe they do. Maybe then they do something based on what you do. And it inspires them to do that. It's not maybe the exact same. Maybe they end up doing something that you're doing. Maybe they don't. Maybe they take one little piece of what you were doing or what you said, and it inspires them to do something entirely different. We just don't know these. Who knows on these things? Like, just be yourselves, guys. That's one point today. I'm gonna see Ace is down there. He's in the water. Ace is down there in the water, swimming in the ice. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to go rescue him. I'll come back with part 2 and tell you what's going on in a second. Oh boy, Ace was down there swimming in the damn. I got him out. I just threw a stick for him, so I had to run down there. I got out, and rescued him. He wasn't in any real immediate danger. I've been keeping my eye on him. I'm out of breath. Yeah, I threw the stick for him, but he was down there swimming in the shallow water. That water's probably cold as hell. Cold as hell down there. That's the shit he does, though. Check it out on Ace Adventures. Maybe we should have been doing an Ace Adventure today and not a Whitey Road podcast, because that was pretty damn entertaining. But, just like a little thin layer of ice out there, and he's like just kind of wading through the ice and the water. And then breaking the ice along the way, but I had to go get him before he ended up hurting himself, before I had to jump in the damn freezing ice and rescue him. But I'm keeping an eye on him. That's faux show. I wonder, I wonder when I do some things, like, people might think I'm careless or reckless. Like, I'm really not. I'm just, calculated risk. Like, you can't be bubble boy. Can't be bubble boy just going around, not doing anything that's a little bit risky, that's fun, but it's a little bit risky. Like, be adventurous. I'm adventurous. That's just it. I think that's the key. I'm adventurous. My dog is extremely adventurous as well. He's one crazy sumbitch just like me. And that's who we are. And, I don't know. I think he's out there looking for the stick still. But, I don't know. I just wanted to get him out. He's been cooped up in the house for sure. We get that, seasonal affective disorder, SAD. Is that really? Oh shit, that comes, I don't even know if that's right. Seasonal affective disorder. I think that is right. SADS. I thought somebody was saying it was something else, SAG or something. SAG. I don't know what the G would stand for. I think it might be C. I think it might be D. Seasonal affective disorder makes me sad. It makes me really, really sad. I don't like it when it's cold. I don't like it. Is that good, guys? Is that good acting? Is that good? I don't know. I could literally produce a tear almost. I thought I was going to be able to. My first movie role, which is on my website, GaryMartinMedia.com. You can check under the short films. I think it's under it might be on the main page under featured. If not, just click on the little menu. It's on there though. I really, really thought, because there was a scene where my character got upset, and I thought I was going to be able to produce a tear, because I have, like, in practice, in acting and whatever, and if I just pretend like I'm really sad, like, I can do it, man. I can pull that out of me. I can pull that out. Like, you explore yourself good enough, you're going to figure out all these different parts of you that are in there. Some are really, really happy. Some are really, really bright. Some are really, really scary. But I really, truly believe that that's in all. The light and the darkness is in all of us. And you can pull from these different parts. I think that's what makes up the best actors and actresses, is whenever they can pull from something that is within them and turn that into their character. And you got to be careful, of course. You got to be careful, because people have gone mad or whatever. They get in these different parts, and they might really actually go crazy because they got too deep into the character. You have to be careful about that as well. But I'd really like to get into some more acting. I got another acting give you a project update and writing update shortly. I'm supposed to be having my first paid role again. I was supposed to have one before, but I just got so much going on, and it didn't work out. The scheduling didn't work out in my days, and the other days the other actors in my scene were supposed to film. It didn't work out, but I got another one I'm supposed to be in. Hopefully I get paid. I think I'm supposed to get paid for it. But anyways, but that first film though, I really thought, because like I said, I can do it. I can produce one, man. If I really, really, truly try to do it, I can produce one. With my girlfriend, like I'll do it. We'll be, practicing the scene or whatever. I'll just, be joking around. Like, she'll say something that's, kind of ridiculous, and then I'll just go into acting mode, and then I'll go, oh, look, and then I'll wipe it on her. She'll get all bad. I'll be like, oh, don't wipe that on me. Like, I'm just showing you, I can be a good actor, man. I can be a good actor. I'm wipe that tear. I don't You know, I can do that. I can do that. So I really thought I was going to be able to do that in my short film that I was in, but I didn't realize it was close. I was very, very close. I think I did a great job. It was very believable. And I try not to be biased on that. I take myself outside of that and just watch the movie as if it wasn't me in it. And Gary did a good job in that movie, in the short film. But I was so damn close. But the thing that kind of threw me off just a little bit, and the reason I think I didn't get there, because I didn't realize, like, we were, and I don't know if this is maybe the right way or the wrong way to do movies. Maybe this is how they all do them, or this is how just these people were doing it, because it was like a student film, and these people were learning how to make films. So it was like their first film. But I think this is just how you do it, where it was just like cut up. It was cut up. I wasn't able to go over the whole entire scene. I was only reading just bits and pieces, and then we'd shoot another bits and pieces. So I wasn't able to get that emotion building and building and building inside based on the whole entire scene building up, because I was just having to cut it into pieces. So I wasn't able to get fully where I needed to be to get that tear to produce and to come out of my eyes. And plus, when you got the lights shining down on you, all the cameras, and there's 3 or 4 there's a lot going on. So and I think I did a really good job of staying focused in that movie. But it was my first role. So anytime you do something for the first time, it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. So I think maybe next time, if I get a scene where I can cry, I think I might be able to do it. But I do think it would you got to build it up though, man. You got to be able to play out the whole entire scene in one take. I think, for me at least, I would have to do that right now, starting out as an actor. It would take that building up to be able to do that. I don't think I could just do that, if we're just doing 1 or 2 lines here and I'm supposed to cry after like this certain line, but we only read 2 lines of it. Like, that's tough. That'd be tough to do, man. But it was a very, very fun experience, and just I like doing it. I like doing all kinds of different stuff, man. As they say, variety is the spice of life. Like, I definitely get myself into a position where I do too many things, like we talked about before. So things like certain things just kind of crawl along, and things don't really go as fast as I would like them to at times, because I'm doing too much. So I've kind of tried to start narrowing that down, man. But it's just fun. It's just fun. If you want to do something, like, don't be afraid to do it. Just don't. It's just too short. Life's too short not to do things that you want to try and do. And I have so much more that I want to do and check off, man, because I will not be the person that is laying on their deathbed. If that's how it goes down, I will not be the person laying on my deathbed thinking, man, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that. I regret not doing this. I'm not going to do that, man. Thank God, thank the Lord that I have that notion now, that He's put that in my mind to just go do it. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Thank you. Because I'm not going to do it, man. I'm not going to be that guy that has those regrets. And I still sometimes feel like I do, because I feel like I wait to do things until, it's like, man, why is my novel not my main novel? Like, how come I haven't put that out there yet? I think it's all on God's timing, and I have faith that it's going to come out when it's supposed to, because I've been working on other stuff in the meantime. I'm putting other stuff out there, and my novella is out, available. I'm finishing up. I ordered some more copies. Like, you got to have money to order these copies, to be able to sell to those people around you. So I've been, getting some money and then making a few purchases, getting some books to have official release party in like March is whenever I'm going to do it. And but it is available now. You can go to my website, GaryMartinMedia.com. It's on Amazon Distant Times on Amazon. Gary J. Martin is my author page on Amazon. Got my Dreamland short stories up on there as well, if you guys want to go check that stuff out. Oh, Ace has brought me another stick. This is a wet one. He's been back down there swimming just a little bit, but he didn't go that far out to reach the ice this time, so that's why we didn't have to stop the podcast again, and I just hit my car with the stick. Whoops! But yeah, I'm going to go get some recreation in myself, go bang some chains, go play a little disc golf. You can check that out as well. Gary Martin Media, the disc golf journey. Whatever, guys. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. If a million people get on here and see this, or 5 people get on here and see this. I'm just doing it because I feel like that's what the good Lord told me to do, because I might inspire somebody. And I know I will. My books, I'm going to sell them. I will sell them. I don't care if I have to go to every freaking door around. I've done door-to-door sales before. I can do that. I will do that. I don't care. I know that it's good. Like I said, I separate myself from it and just read it as if it's not me. Like you're still going to be you. It's still going to be, you're still going to be a little bit biased no matter how much you try to separate yourself. But I feel like I've done a good job of separating myself, and I read it and I read my stuff and it's good. And I will succeed, and I believe you can succeed in whatever you do as well. God bless. I'm me, you're you. Love, inspire, unite. I already said God bless, but I'll say it again. God bless.